Welcome to Pod of Fame, a special series by We Talk English, where we delve into the lives and legacies of extraordinary individuals. Get ready to be inspired. We're going to talk about the incredible journey of someone who started with nothing and built one of the biggest empires in the world today. This story is full of lessons, inspiration, and motivation, so make sure you listen carefully. So let's get started, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep learning with us. Mark Zuckerberg is a name everyone knows. He's the creator of Facebook, one of the most powerful platforms in the world today. But do you know how he started? How did a young boy just like you grow up to change the world? Mark Elliott Zuckerberg was born on May 14th, 1984, in White Plains, New York, USA. He grew up in a family that believed in education and hard work. His father, Edward Zuckerberg, was a dentist, and his mother, Karen Zuckerberg, was a psychiatrist. They encouraged Mark to explore new ideas and learn as much as possible. From a young age, Mark showed a special interest in computers. He was not like most kids who played with toys or watched TV. Mark spent his time learning about computers, software, and how to make things work. He was very curious and loved experimenting with new ideas. When Mark was a child, he attended Ardsley High School in New York. Although he was very smart, he wasn't the best student in every class. Some of his teachers thought he was too quiet and didn't speak much, but Mark didn't mind. He knew that he was different from other kids and that he had big dreams. Even though he had trouble with some of his teachers, he was very talented in computer programming. At the age of 12, he created a program called ZuckNet, which was a simple chat system for his family to communicate. It worked like an early version of instant messaging, which we use today. Imagine that. Mark was just a teenager, and he already started making things that were ahead of his time. After creating ZuckNet, Mark's interest in programming grew even more. He began building simple games and software tools. One of his early projects was a music player similar to what we use today on our phones to listen to music. Mark was learning quickly and applying his skills in ways that most people his age couldn't. He didn't just spend all his time working on computers. Mark also enjoyed playing sports and hanging out with his friends, but his true passion was always technology. He wanted to make something big, something that could change the way people lived. After high school, Mark went to Harvard University, one of the most famous schools in the world. At Harvard, he studied computer science and psychology. It was here at the age of 19 that Mark came up with an idea that would change his life forever. While at Harvard, Mark noticed that many students were using the internet to connect with each other, but the connections were very limited. He saw that students needed a better way to communicate with each other and share things like photos, status updates, and more. Mark came up with the idea for a website called the Facebook. This website allowed students to create personal profiles, share their information, and connect with each other in a way that had never been done before. It was like a social network, and it quickly became popular at Harvard. At first, the Facebook was only for Harvard students, but Mark and his friends, Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, and Chris Hughes, realized that they could expand it to other universities. The website quickly grew, and students from all over the country wanted to join. Soon, Facebook was born, and the world would never be the same again. Mark dropped out of Harvard to focus on Facebook full-time. This decision was huge, but Mark believed in his idea so much that he was willing to take risks. He moved to California, where he and his team continued to work on Facebook. They worked day and night, building something that would soon change the world. Mark Zuckerberg's decision to drop out of Harvard and pursue Facebook full-time was one of the most important moments in his life. At first, Facebook was just a small project with very few people using it, but Mark and his friends believed in it so strongly that they didn't give up. The early days of Facebook were difficult. Mark didn't have much money, and he didn't have all the resources that big companies have, but he had something even more important: passion and determination. Mark was willing to do whatever it took to make his idea work. He worked long hours, often staying up late at night, coding and fixing problems with the website. Every time he solved one problem, another would pop up, but he never got discouraged. Slowly, the website started to grow. It wasn't long before students from other universities wanted to join Facebook. Soon, people all over the United States were using Facebook to connect with each other, share pictures, and send messages. Mark and his team saw the potential, and they decided to expand the site even more. As Facebook grew, it started attracting attention from people in the business world. In 2004, Sean Parker, the co-founder of Napster, a popular music sharing site, became involved with Facebook. Sean had a lot of experience in the tech industry, and he helped Mark turn Facebook into a more professional and serious business. Mark's success didn't come easily. As Facebook grew, it also started facing challenges. The company had to deal with competition from other social media sites like MySpace, which was very popular at the time. But Mark was not afraid of the competition. Instead of backing down, he focused on improving Facebook and making it better than ever. Mark's dedication paid off. Facebook's user base grew quickly, and in just a few years, it became the most popular social media platform in the world. People from all walks of life were joining Facebook, from students and teachers to business leaders and celebrities. Facebook had become the go-to place for people to connect with their friends, family, and even strangers from different parts of the world. In 2007, Facebook made a huge step forward when it introduced Facebook ads, allowing businesses to advertise on the platform. This was a game changer. Facebook became not only a place to connect with people, but also a powerful tool for companies to reach millions of customers. Mark was now running a business that was worth billions of dollars, but Mark didn't stop there. He kept working hard to improve Facebook, adding new features and making it more user-friendly. One of the most important things that Mark did was create a mobile app for Facebook, allowing people to use the platform on their phones. This was another big breakthrough. More and more people started using Facebook on the go, and the number of users grew even faster. Mark's next big move came in 2012 when Facebook purchased Instagram, a photo sharing app that was quickly becoming popular at the time. Instagram had millions of users, but it didn't have the same resources and money that Facebook did. By buying Instagram, Mark was able to bring even more users to Facebook and expand the company's reach. Instagram's success was just one example of Mark's business genius. He understood that in the world of technology, things were constantly changing, and he had to stay ahead of the competition. By buying companies like Instagram and WhatsApp, Mark was able to strengthen Facebook's position in the tech world. Facebook's success wasn't just about money. It was about the way it changed the way people lived. Social media had become a part of everyday life. People were using Facebook to stay in touch with family members, share their lives, and even make new friends. Facebook had become more than just a website. It was a social movement. Mark had created something that was changing the world. As Facebook grew, Mark faced many challenges. The larger the company became, the more problems there were to solve. In 2014, Facebook faced serious issues with privacy. Some people were concerned about how their personal information was being shared and used. Mark had to make some tough decisions to make sure Facebook continued to grow while also protecting users' privacy. Despite the challenges, Mark never lost sight of his ultimate goal to connect the world. He believed in the power of the internet to bring people together, and he worked hard to make sure Facebook continued to do that. Mark faced many critics and doubters along the way, but he always believed that his mission was more important than any negative comments or failures. He was focused on the bigger picture. One of the most inspiring parts of Mark's journey is how he handled failure. In the beginning, not everyone believed in Facebook. Some people thought it was just another website that wouldn't last. Even when Facebook was small, people doubted that it could grow into something huge. But Mark didn't listen to the doubters. He knew that if he worked hard enough and stayed true to his vision, he could make Facebook the most important platform in the world. As Facebook continued to grow, Mark's leadership also grew. He learned how to run a company, manage employees, and make tough decisions. He wasn't just the founder of Facebook, he became a global leader in the tech industry. People looked up to him as a role model for innovation and success. Mark also became involved in philanthropy or giving back to society. In 2015, he and his wife, Priscilla Chan, announced that they would donate 99% of their Facebook shares to charity over their lifetimes. They started the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, a project focused on health, education, and social equality. Mark and Priscilla's goal was not just to make money, but to make the world a better place. This was a powerful reminder that success isn't just about personal wealth. It's about making a positive impact on the world around you. Today, Mark Zuckerberg is one of the wealthiest people in the world. His net worth is in the billions of dollars, and he makes money from Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and other business ventures. In just 1 second, Mark makes thousands of dollars. In a minute, he makes millions. Every day, he earns money from the millions of people who use Facebook, watch ads, and interact with content. But money isn't everything for Mark. What matters most to him is his vision. His mission was never about making money. It was about changing the world. Facebook has connected over 2.8 billion people around the world, and it has become a platform where people can share their lives, learn from each other, and grow together. Mark Zuckerberg's story is a powerful reminder that anything is possible if you believe in your ideas and work hard to achieve them. He came from a small town, faced many challenges, and even dropped out of college, but he changed the world because he never gave up. Mark Zuckerberg's story teaches us that no dream is too big, no challenge is too hard, and no idea is too small to make a difference. If you have a dream, work for it, stay focused, and remember, you can change the world. After achieving incredible success with Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg's story didn't just stay about business and technology. His values and how he balanced everything with his growing career, in many ways, his personal journey is just as inspiring as his business journey. Mark's personal life became a big part of his story. Despite being one of the richest people in the world, he remained grounded and focused on the things that truly mattered to him. He never let the success go to his head. He stayed humble, always working towards his greater mission to connect the world. But in this journey, he also found something very special: love and family. In 2003, when Mark was still studying at Harvard, he met Priscilla Chan. She was a student at Harvard Medical School, and the two quickly became close. They had a lot in common. Both were passionate about technology and making a difference in the world, but their connection went deeper than that. They shared a genuine interest in helping others and were both driven by a sense of purpose in their lives. Their relationship started slowly, with both of them focusing on their studies and their futures. They kept their relationship private, but it wasn't long before everyone could see how much they cared for each other. Priscilla was not just Mark's partner, she became his greatest supporter both in business and in life. She stood by him through the ups and downs of Facebook's early days. Mark always said that Priscilla's belief in him, even during the tough times, gave him strength to keep going. They both believed in something bigger than themselves, and their shared values helped strengthen their bond. Priscilla was always there to offer advice, wisdom, and a steady hand when Mark needed it the most. She helped to keep him focused on his mission, and together they became an unstoppable team. In 2012, after years of dating, Mark and Priscilla decided to get married. Their wedding was a private ceremony attended by close family and friends in their backyard. It was a simple but beautiful celebration of love and commitment. After their marriage, Mark and Priscilla continued to work together on various projects, especially through their Chan Zuckerberg initiative, where they focused on improving global health, education, and social equality. Their shared mission of changing the world only deepened as they worked side by side. This news was a big moment for Mark, Priscilla, and the world. Mark had become one of the most influential figures in the world, but his focus shifted. Becoming a father was a game changer for him. It made him think more about the future, about how the world would look for his child and how he could leave a better world for the generations to come. Mark and Priscilla's first daughter, Maxima Chan Zuckerberg, known as Max, was born in December 2015. The birth of Max was a turning point for Mark. It made him think even more deeply about his mission to improve the world. As a father, he wanted to ensure that the world his daughter grew up in was better, safer, and more connected than ever before. As Mark's career continued to soar, he reached an amazing milestone. He became the youngest self-made billionaire in the world when he was just 23 years old. Mark's net worth surpassed $1 billion. This achievement was a huge moment in his life, but it wasn't the money that mattered to him. What mattered most was that he had created something that was truly changing the world at such a young age. Mark was already one of the most powerful figures in the world, but he didn't let his success make him arrogant or complacent. He stayed humble and he continued to work tirelessly. In fact, instead of taking time off or resting on his achievements, he focused even harder on improving Facebook and making sure it remained relevant in a constantly changing world. Now, in 2024, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth has skyrocketed. He is worth billions of dollars, but his wealth is just a byproduct of his bigger mission to connect the world and make it a better place. His success is a result of years of hard work, learning from failure, and never giving up on his vision. Mark Zuckerberg's life story is not just about business success. It's about innovation, bold decisions, and the drive to make a meaningful impact on the world. After Facebook became a global giant, Mark didn't stop. He constantly pushed the boundaries of what was possible in technology, always thinking ahead, always trying to solve new problems. In the years following Facebook's early success, Mark began looking for ways to keep the platform fresh, engaging, and connected to the changing world. Today, Instagram is one of the most popular social media platforms in the world. With over 1 billion active users, Mark recognized that people needed a simpler way to communicate, and WhatsApp filled that gap. Today, WhatsApp has more than 2 billion users and is one of the most widely used communication tools across the globe. In the same way, Mark embraced the idea of virtual reality and augmented reality, two technologies that were still in their early stages when he first began exploring them. In 2014, he made another bold move. He bought Oculus, a company specializing in virtual reality. Mark saw the potential for virtual reality not just for gaming, but as a tool to create new ways for people to connect. Imagine a world where you could have a meeting, travel to a new country, or experience concerts from your own home, all in virtual reality. Mark's vision for the future of technology was always beyond what others could see at the time. While Mark's success may seem almost inevitable now, it didn't come without its challenges. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus were all massive successes, but Mark had to fight through numerous obstacles to make those businesses thrive. Mark Zuckerberg's ultimate dream isn't just to have people connect on Facebook or Instagram, his vision goes beyond that. He wants to create a metaverse. A metaverse is an interconnected virtual world where people can work, play, and interact in entirely new ways. Mark has described the metaverse as the next big thing in the digital world. Imagine a world where you can go to a virtual office for work, meet friends in a virtual park, or visit a museum, all from the comfort of your own home. The metaverse would bring virtual reality and augmented reality together to create an immersive experience that's unlike anything we have today. To make this vision a reality, Mark is investing heavily in virtual reality and augmented reality. Facebook's parent company, Meta, is dedicated to building this new digital world, and Mark believes it will take time, but he's committed to the process, believing that the metaverse will ultimately change the way we experience the internet and connect with others. In 2021, Mark announced that Facebook would be changing its name to Meta to reflect its focus on the metaverse. This was a bold move, signaling that Facebook's future wouldn't just be about social media, but about creating a whole new internet. Mark's vision is clear. He wants to build a digital world that can help people feel closer to each other, even when they're physically far apart. Throughout all of his endeavors, one thing has remained constant: Mark Zuckerberg's commitment to innovation. Whether it's building the next big social platform, investing in new technologies, or changing how Facebook operates, Mark has always been at the forefront of the digital revolution. He's never satisfied with just being successful. He always wants to push the envelope, explore new possibilities, and challenge the status quo. Mark doesn't just want to be a leader in the technology industry. He wants to shape the future, and that commitment to shaping the future has made him one of the most important figures in the world today. Mark Zuckerberg's journey is not just the story of one person's rise to success. It's a story of possibilities, of dreams turning into reality, and of making the impossible possible. From the very beginning, when Mark was a young boy in a small town, he never let his circumstances limit him. He believed in his ideas, trusted in his vision, and was never afraid to challenge the world around him. Now, as one of the most influential people in the world, Mark's story teaches us some of the most powerful lessons you can ever learn. So let's take a moment to look at what we can learn from Mark's life to inspire and motivate you wherever you are in your journey. Believe in your dreams. Even with a simple idea, Mark Zuckerberg believed in connecting people around the world. This unwavering belief fueled his determination and ultimately led to the creation of Facebook. Don't fear failure. Mark encountered numerous obstacles on his journey, but he viewed each setback as an opportunity to learn and grow. This resilience allowed him to overcome challenges and ultimately achieve extraordinary success. Work hard and never stop learning. Mark consistently sought new knowledge, whether it was through coding, reading, or engaging with experts in the field. Continuous learning is essential for personal and professional growth. Take risks and be bold. Dropping out of Harvard to pursue Facebook was a bold move that demonstrated Mark's unwavering belief in his vision. Taking calculated risk can open doors to unprecedented opportunities. Lead with purpose and serve others. Mark's focus on connecting people and creating a positive impact demonstrates the importance of leading with a purpose beyond personal gain. Be resilient and stay focused. Despite facing criticism and doubts, Mark remained steadfast in his pursuit of connecting the world. This unwavering focus is crucial for overcoming challenges and achieving long-term goals. Think big and keep pushing for change. Mark envisioned a global community, a vision that continues to drive innovation at Meta. Thinking big and pushing boundaries are essential for creating lasting change. We hope this episode has not only been informative, but has also improved your English listening comprehension. Thank you for joining us on this Pod of Fame adventure. We appreciate you being a part of the We Talk English community. Don't forget to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. It helps us reach more English learners like you.